Welcome to this edition of UCentral News. I'm Lily Myers.
And I'm Tyler Whitehead. And if you need to do your holiday shopping, you should know prices might be higher this holiday season. America is experiencing its highest inflation rate since 1990. Prices jumped by 0.9% from this September to October alone. This could be a result from the increase of demand of products and the supply shortage from overseas factories. The increase of pay raises is another contributor to this rise.
And speaking of supply chain issues, I talked to a local contractor who is having issues getting materials for house remodeling projects. Here's what I found. Since there's been a decline in oil field work, Cole Barnes has had to transition his career to less welding work and more remodeling. But remodeling has come with its own set of challenges.
It's hard to get a lot of material in, such as windows and, flooring, whatever it may be. Everything's just kind of on back order, and it makes it harder on everyone else to get their job done because we're all waiting for stuff, so it kind of puts everyone behind and slows everything down.
Giving clients dates for work to be done is difficult when things are on back order. Barnes is trying to make it a priority to find products in stock so he can get to work immediately.
So right now we have to make sure we have a lot of communication going through to the clients, because we could tell them a date or a time we're going to get this in and it could get pushed back. So we just have to make sure that we're keeping up a line of communication with them and being clear about stuff and letting them know that there are possibilities that we'll get stuff in late or the date will get changed.
Working around the things on back order can be very annoying for both the contractor and the client.
The windows that was huge though, because that put everything off. And literally they were supposed to be here in 6 weeks, and it took them 6 months. So that increased our, the time by at least 6 months. And of course then we also had a shortage of labor. There were no painters available at times. Nobody could find the painters, carpenters.
Reporting from Oklahoma City, Lily Myers, UCentral News.
The train track crossing at 1st and 3rd Street in downtown Edmond will be beginning the morning of November 15th. Burlington Northern Santa Fe works on repairs to the tracks. The work is scheduled to be completed and both crossings reopened by the afternoon of November 19th with cooperative weather. No through traffic will be possible at those crossings while the work is being completed. And the Oklahoma Supreme Court overturned a $465 million opioid ruling against Johnson & Johnson. A lower court wrongfully interpreted the state's public nuisance law. This was the first case of its kind in the U.S. to go to trial. And yesterday, Pfizer asked U.S. regulators to allow COVID-19 booster shots for anyone 18 and older. This comes as the holidays approach, causing concern for an increase in the spread of COVID. Currently, older and vulnerable Americans can get the booster shot. Pfizer is submitting early results of a booster study in 10,000 people to make their case. We will keep you updated with this information. And now looking at COVID-19 on campus, UCO is currently reporting 14 active cases. UCO says just over 1,200 people in the UCO community have recovered from the virus. UCO has seen just over 1,200 total cases since last August.
The State Department of Health is reporting 265 new cases across Oklahoma today. Right now, we have over 5,100 active cases in the state. 377 Oklahomans are hospitalized with the virus, and 127 are in the ICU. Kyle Rittenhouse, the armed Illinois teen who killed 2 people and injured another during the unrest in Kenosha last summer, is testifying his defense during his trial. Rittenhouse, on trial for homicide charges, is charged with 5 felonies. The case follows in the wake of protests related to the police shooting of Jacob Blake in August 2020. The case will test the difference between self-defense and vigilante killings.
And an update on the Astroworld Festival tragedy that left 8 dead and hundreds more injured. Authorities are talking today, updating the public on the investigation, but there have been studies done to explain how dangerous the festival was. In this graphic from CNN, it shows 6 people per square meter. The study goes on to say that it is easy to get tipped over and lose control of movement in this scenario. There are now discussions being held on the safety of concerts going forward. And the metaverse, a possible way we can connect in a virtual world environment and through VR headsets and special lenses. If you are a gamer, what does this mean for you? I found the answers with the esports arena here on campus.
You know, executives from Facebook talk about like a time scale of 5, 10, 15 years down the line where some of the concepts that are illustrated in that trailer where Mark Zuckerberg is in outer space playing cards, where those concepts could be realized in that time scale of 10 to 15, or 5 to 15 years. It's really hard to say that like, no, this is totally impossible on that time scale. Do I think that VR is going to come into the space of esports? I think is another question entirely. I personally don't really see esports trending toward VR in general. I'm a VR skeptic in general, and I don't see an inevitable rise of VR to surpass or envelop all existing forms of media, including gaming. I don't see VR as the inevitable endpoint of gaming writ large. There's a distinct possibility that there's a limit to how far the adoption of the metaverse or any other VR technology is ultimately going to go. Could an esport transpire within a VR setting in the next 5, 10, 15 years? It's impossible to say that it can't, but there's so many obstacles in the way of it right now that I don't personally see this happening anytime soon. A lot would need to change about the current landscape of VR and esports for that kind of paradigm shift to take place.
You can visit the esports arena here on campus off of University next to Textbook Brokers. They have several tournaments that take place there, so make sure you visit their UCO webpage for more information. And we will keep you up to date with the topic of the metaverse.
We may be experiencing some severe weather later today. Patrick is going to give us an update on what we can expect.
Thanks, Tyler and Lillian. That's right. Some severe weather chances later on tonight from now into the overnight hours. But as we take a look at current conditions here in Edmond, Oklahoma, 66 is your current temperature. Isolated thunderstorms throughout the metro right now and into the later nights. Wind out of the south at about 13 miles per hour. We could see some wind gusts tonight as high as 21 miles per hour. So stay weather aware. Make your plans with your family, make your plans with your roommates, your friends. Be weather aware tonight. Keep an eye on those televisions and then ear on those radios. Humidity is hovering at around 84%. Currently feels like 66 degrees outside, so no wind chill, no heat index, nothing like that. It is what it says it is. Weather headlines, as I mentioned, we've got a chance for some severe weather tonight, but it'll clear up in the early morning hours headed into tomorrow, and we got a beautiful weekend ahead. We'll cover more of that in my 7-day forecast. For now, back to the desk.
Thanks, Patrick. We salute you in honor of Veterans Day. The City of Edmond offices will be closed Thursday, November 11th. Offices will reopen Friday, November 12th for normal business hours.
The Black Trauma in the Media panel is happening tonight at 7:30 in the Liberal Arts Auditorium. The panel is about the media's role in perpetuating stereotype and the impact it has on Black men's mental health and society's opinions. Multiple campus organizations are hosting this event, and the panel will have students and mental health professionals on it. For more information, contact ODI.
And UCO's Young Professionals members volunteered at the Oklahoma City Zoo last Friday. They raked leaves, cut and moved branches, and completed exhibit landscaping work that would have taken a week to complete. If you are interested in the group, their next event is a holiday food drive and potluck on December 1st. And it's definitely feeling like fall today, but I wonder what's going to happen the rest of this week.
I do wonder. We'll get our weather update from Patrick after this.
things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out?
Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
UCentral's Amber Poston showcases a group of campus giving back. Let's take a look.
The Muslim Student Association held an event and invited people to come and enjoy a cup of hot chocolate. The event's goal was to make campus aware that there are Muslims on campus.
Muslims come in different shapes, sizes, colors, and I think sometimes that gets lost with the word Muslim, and people don't really think and realize that they have Muslims in their classrooms, they have Muslims in their lab groups, they have Muslims everywhere with them on campus. And just coming out here, it's really amazing because we'll see people here and their friends are part of the organization. They're like, hey, you're doing this, and it's like, yeah. And it's just really nice seeing everybody get together and just share a cup of hot chocolate.
The organization wanted to share that there are Muslims part of campus and encourage others to join as well. In Edmond, Amber Poston, UCentral News.
Thanks, Amber. And severe weather is supposed to hit tonight. Let's go to Patrick with weather. Patrick, what do you have for us?
Hey Edmond, hey Oklahoma, you're seeing some rain and you're seeing some thunderstorms move into your area right about now. The rain and the thunderstorms right now is currently going to impact pretty much everything from little south of Oklahoma City all the way up to Ponca City. We'll keep an eye on that as it develops, but what we do know is it's going to build down the line based on some future radar projections that I've been seeing. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep you updated, but current conditions and temperatures around the state, you got 66 here in the Edmond, Oklahoma City metro area, 64 up there in Woodward, you got 68 right there in the Tulsa metro area, and you're taking a look at where all those storms are headed right now, which is out east. You got 67 up there in Miami, and then you got 70 degrees down in Idabel. For the Edmond, Oklahoma City metro area tonight, your low is going to be about 43 degrees. Again, you've got those thunderstorms that should be staying, but it'll clear up by tomorrow morning. Winds out of the south at about 14 miles per hour. But as I mentioned, you could see some gusts at about 21 miles per hour, according to the National Weather Service. And then humidity is going to hover right around 81%. And for the rain chances tonight, pretty much it's going to hover around 50% all the way into tomorrow morning. As we take a look at lows around the state tonight, you got 30 degrees up there in Guymon. So Guymon will get below freezing tonight, 37 and 38 here in Woodward and Enid, 40 degrees in Altus. So it's going to be a cold night across the state. 43 degrees, as I mentioned just a couple minutes ago, or a couple seconds ago, in Oklahoma City. You got 46 up there in Tulsa, 39, 38, and 37 in these northern cities, Woodward, Enid, and Ponca City. So it'll be a cool, cold night across the state once that rain and those storms get moved out. 63 for the high tomorrow in Guymon, then you got 66 down here in Altus, 66 degrees in Ardmore, 61 is your high for the Edmond, Oklahoma City metro area. No chance of rain, no thunderstorms, or anything like that tomorrow, so it should be a nice pleasant day. Get outside and enjoy it. 62 is your going to be your projected high for Tulsa. Got 63 down here in McAllister and 60 degrees up in Ponca City. So a cool day across the state, as I just mentioned. As we take a look at Edmond for tomorrow, 7 a.m. when you wake up, 44 degrees is your projected temperature, partly cloudy skies, and then noon going to be 59 degrees, so it'll be a cool day tomorrow, partly cloudy skies as well. 7 p.m. when the sun has set, 52 degrees is projected to be your temperature at that time. And then as we take a look at the 7-day forecast, as I mentioned, you got that 70% chance of thunderstorms from today headed into the overnight hours. 66 was your high today, 43 is going to be your low tonight. As we take a look at Thursday into the weekend, 61 sunny skies tomorrow, 42 degrees is your low tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, and 55 is your high on Friday, and 32 is your low. So if you're going to get out and go to a high school football game, bring some blankets, bring some sweatshirts. It's going to cool off quite a bit. It's going to be pretty chilly. And then as we take a look at Saturday, 57 degrees is your high, 42 is your low. Perfect weather for some football if you're going up to Stillwater to catch the Cowboys play some football. Sunday, it'll be 60 degrees, 39 will be your low. And then Monday, 60, Tuesday is 69, and then Monday night, 47 will be your low. That's it for weather for right now. We'll take a look at the 7-day forecast again, but for now, back to the desk.
Thanks, Patrick. That weather just seems to be like there's a lot happening. And then there's also a lot happening in social media with inflation and celebrities today. I will have more information and your full update after this.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt,
Such a weirdo.
excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back to UCentral News. I'm Tyler Whitehead, and here is your social media update. And have you seen an increase in prices? An update on this developing topic. According to the Associated Press, prices for U.S. consumers jumped 6.2% in October compared to statistics in 2020. Inflation is being caused because of the shortage of workers throughout the country, as well as supply shortage caused by factories shutting down during the pandemic. What do you think about the inflation of prices? And speaking of workers, Amazon released an ad today through TikTok with Terry Crews. The video sparked a lot of discussion on social media. The video featured Crews encouraging people to work for the company, but many people are not responding to this ad well. Many people are questioning the company's motives of using Crews instead of using the money to pay workers more. Amazon has yet to comment on these critiques. And speaking of celebrities today, People magazine announced actor Paul Rudd as the sexiest man alive in 2021. Rudd responded to the announcement by saying, "I'm getting business cards made." He is known for starring in several comedy films as well as the role of Ant-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. What do you think of the announcement? And another celebrity announcement today, YouTuber Colleen Ballinger revealed in her latest vlog that she has given birth to her twins. In the video, she chronicles her trip to the hospital as well as complications she faced during the during the visit. Ballinger is commonly known for her alter ego Miranda Sings, and you can check out the full video on her YouTube page. And Lily, what do you think about all this celebrity news?
You know, Tyler, I think it is a lot to keep up with. But in other news, we have Brady coming up with our UCO Sports Update next.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah! Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
In the land of wonder and awe, you won't believe you see what you saw. Where there's something to do for young and for old, where stories are written and then they're retold. Visit travelok.com today. Come see for yourself and come out to play.
Welcome back, Bronco fans. I'm Brady Gray, and this is your sports update. The UCO volleyball team had their last game of the regular season last night against Central Missouri, the number 4 team in the country. The Lady Broncos kept it close early, but CMU was able to pull away late, winning 3-1. With the loss, UCO will end their season schedule with a 19-9 record, good enough for 5th place in next week's MIAA tournament. They will play the number 4 team in the first round, which hasn't been determined yet. Round 1 of the tournament is slated for this Tuesday. The Bronco wrestling team will host their first dual match of the season tonight at Hamilton Fieldhouse. The dual match will feature both the UCO varsity and junior varsity teams. The JV will take on Carl Albert State at 5 p.m. and the varsity squad will host Oklahoma City University at 7 p.m. Central starts the year as the number 4 team in wrestling in the country and will look to continue their hot start. Last night, the official college football playoff rankings were released, and Oklahoma fans still don't have a lot to cheer about. Georgia and Alabama remain at 1 and 2. With Michigan State losing this week, they fell to 7, and Oregon, Ohio State, Cincinnati, and Michigan all moved up 1 spot. OU stays at 8 coming off their bye week, and Notre Dame and OSU round out the top 10. Despite being on the outside looking in, there's a light at the end of the tunnel for Oklahoma. They have a tough 3-game schedule to end the year, starting with number 13 Baylor this week, and if they can stay undefeated for the rest of the season, they should be a shoo-in for a playoff spot. And tonight, the Oklahoma City Thunder will look to extend their 2-game winning streak against New Orleans. OKC is set to get their 4th win of the season tonight, with New Orleans only having 1 win to this point in the season. Pelican star Zion Williamson is still out with a foot injury, and Brandon Ingram is doubtful to play with a hip injury. OKC will look to keep the momentum going, with tip-off slated for 7 p.m. And that's all I have for sports today. For more news, scores, and updates on everything UCO athletics, be sure to visit our website at broncosports.com. Have a great day, Edmond. Back to Tyler and Lily at the desk.
Thanks, Brady. And coming up, Patrick will give us our last look at weather, so stay tuned.
or say and make others feel hurt,
Such a weirdo.
excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
The Devon Ice Rink returns for its 10th season in the Marriott Botanical Gardens in 2021. Starting on November 19th to January 30th, skate across for another 5,500 square feet of real ice and indulge in seasonal food, beverage offerings. Experience the magical park-like atmosphere surrounded by the glittering lights of the Devon Ice Rink. Tickets will be $14 per person with skates and $9 per person if you bring your own. And we are going to go to Patrick for our last weather look. Patrick, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Tyler and Lillian. That's right. We've got some severe weather chances for tonight. We've got a storm or line of storms that started up in the central north part of Oklahoma. It's going to build all the way down south, and then it'll move on east and get out of here. But we've got some chances for hail, some heavy rain, some strong winds. So just be prepared. Let people know what you're going to do tonight. Make your plans with your friends, your roommates, your family. Just let people know what you're going to be up tonight and stay weather aware. 70% chance of storms from now into the overnight hours. 66 was your high today. 43 will be your low tonight. As we take a look at Thursday, you got 61 degrees as your high and 42. Should be a very pleasant day tomorrow for Veterans Day. So get out, enjoy the weather while you can. 55 degrees on Friday, partly cloudy skies. 32 degrees is your low. High school football is still in full swing, so get out and enjoy some. You might want to bring some jackets, some blankets, or some coats and stuff. Stay warm. Get some hot chocolate from those concession stands. And then as we take a look at Saturday, when OSU is in Stillwater playing some football, we got 57 degrees is your high and sunny skies. 42 is your low. Might want to bring a jacket just in case it gets a little chilly in the night game. Sunday, 60 degrees, partly cloudy skies. 39 degrees is your low. Monday is partly cloudy skies, 60 degrees as well. 47 is your low. And then as you take a look at Tuesday, sunny skies and 69. Love this cool weather. Hopefully we get through tonight and all the severe weather okay. Just once again, I cannot stress it enough. Let people know what you're doing. Make your plans just in case anything does happen and you need to take shelter or anything like that. But that's it for weather. Let's toss it back to the desk.
Thanks, Patrick. And I don't know if you guys can hear it right now, but we're actually experiencing that rain right now here at the studio. You can look outside. The rain is just coming down. It actually started coming down just a couple minutes ago. But like Patrick was saying, make sure you have some severe weather precautions in place for tonight because we don't know how severe this weather could get. I know we're only supposed to get maybe like a slight risk, but make sure you stay tuned to your local news station for any updates.
Have a good night, Edmond.